Hey, boys and girls, and welcome to another edition of Faith Friday, or looking ahead at this weekend's readings. I'm so glad you've been tuning in, and I'm so glad you're here. Now, one of the prayers we all know so well, hopefully a prayer you learned when you were just a little kid. We call it the Our Father. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the first half of the Our Father, and then you at home, as you're watching this, I want you to say the second half nice and loud. Okay, so I say the first half here, and you're at home are going to say out loud, really loud. I want to be able to hear you the second half of the Our Father. Okay, so we know the prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, good. I hope you were able to say that nice and loud. I couldn't hear some of you. I don't know if you forgot the Our Father, or maybe you didn't remember it, or you weren't saying it out loud. I couldn't hear some of you, but that's okay. The second part of the Our Father is really interesting when you think about that. Imagine we're talking to God. God who made everything. God who is the Lord of the universe. God who put the planets in motion and galaxies in motion and made seas and rivers and mountains and a beautiful sunshine. He made all of this stuff. And listen to how we talk to God in the part that you just recited. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. Deliver us from evil. Kind of sounds pretty bossy, doesn't it? Give us today our daily bread. We're saying to God, feed me. Okay. Forgive me. Another command. Deliver me. Wow. But isn't it interesting that Jesus taught us how to pray that way? We didn't just decide to do that on our own. Jesus said, this is how I want you to pray. Asking God, believing He will feed you. He will forgive you. He will deliver you. Why? Because He loves you. He loves you. Not because necessarily you deserve it. Feed me because I've been a good kid. Forgive me because I've been a great kid. And deliver me because I'm awesome. No. We've made mistakes. Sometimes we're selfish. Sometimes we haven't forgiven others. Sometimes we've held on to past hurts. And sometimes we've taken risks. And we kind of walked on the edge and gotten ourselves into trouble. But we still say, deliver me, forgive me, feed me. We realize we don't deserve this. And that's called faith. Faith isn't just believing that God exists. Anyone can figure that out. Who made all of this? I didn't. You didn't. Somebody had to make it all. Faith is more than just believing that God exists. It is the belief that He loves you and He wants to feed you, deliver you, and forgive you. Now in this Sunday's gospel, we're going to come upon a woman, and she's going to be sounds like a little bossy when she comes to Jesus. She says, Jesus, Son of David, you got to help me. My daughter is really sick. And Jesus doesn't listen to her right away. And the disciples say, oh, send this woman away. She's a bother. She's being a real pain. And Jesus says, well, I'm here really for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Really can't take care of you right now. And she begs and says, please, even the dogs get scraps from the table. Imagine she's calling herself a dog, begging at the table, believing that she stands on no privilege. She has nothing to stand on except her faith that she could be taken care of by a God who really loves her. And she herself wasn't part of the same community of Jesus. She wasn't Jewish. She was a pagan. But she still believed that God, in His mercy, would take care of her. And Jesus says, you have great faith, and this will be taken care of. Your daughter will get better. I guess that's what Jesus is asking us to do, to believe not just that the Father exists, but that the Father loves you enough to feed you today, to forgive you the wrong you've done, and to deliver you from all harm, not because you deserve it, but because He loves you so much. Remember, God loves us not because we're good, but because He is good. God bless you, boys and girls, and have a great day.